Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, for this video we're going to do a test product review. We're gonna review a new foundation from Bobbi Brown, and this is from their new foundation line, which is a new formulation of their skin longwear foundation. It is now the new Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation with SPF 15. Now I got here in the shade N-052 Natural, and this is how the bottle looks like. This is how they reformulated it, and the new version and the previous packaging of their Bobbi Brown Longwear Foundation, which is their skin longwear foundation, which is a matte foundation. Now this is still a matte foundation, but with added skincare benefits. The benefits is that it has moisturizing ingredients that helps keep your skin moisturized. At the same time, it helps control oil on my face, which is suitable for oily skin. So I'm gonna do a wear test on this to see how good this foundation is. Now just to be honest with you, this isn't going to be a first impression review, because I already test this foundation from their samples, because I wanted to test other shades of this foundation to find my perfect match. I tried like a total of 5 shades already. Now the first 2 shades that I tried a month ago was 2 shades from the beige line, which is warm beige and golden beige. Golden beige both of those shades are more than a shade lighter than my skin. Golden beige has some kind of a pink undertone, which is supposed to be gold. The name is golden, but I don't know why it has a pink shade. The shade warm beige has a slight yellow undertone, but still both of the 2 shades are more than a shade lighter than my skin. And now after that, a few weeks ago, I get to try their 3 of the shade lines from the natural lines. 3 of the shades from the natural line, which is the first is N-052 warm. It's called N-052, which is called neutral warm natural. The second is N-052 natural, which is this shade, and the third one was W054 natural tan. Now all 3 shades are good match for me, but the only difference is the neutral warm natural is a little light for my skin. The shade natural tan is a good match, but there's just a slight yellowish tone because it has an olive tone. But for this shade N052 natural, it was a perfect match for me. So then I get to purchase this online, and the best part is I ordered this from Lazada, and it was in a they have a promo of this, that during their Lazada 12/12 sale, which was on December 12th, you get to order a set of these. It comes with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich face base. That is a good deal, and you only get to pay. I paid like around almost more than 3,600 pesos just for this set. If you purchase this in stores separately, like this one is like more than around 3,400, and this is like maybe around more than 4,000 pesos individually. But for these 2, I just paid like more than 3,600 pesos. That is a good deal, and it's just a set. And this is a full packaging of their Vitamin Enrich face base. Now just to let you know, this Vitamin Enrich face base, I've tried this before. I emptied my first bottle, and I have to say, wow, this is one of the best primer that I've ever tried. It is both a moisturizer and a primer. Whenever I use this primer and I apply any of my foundation, one of my favorites, like my Estee Lauder and other foundations, I tried it. Any foundation that you use with this primer, it makes your foundation look flawless. Like, wow, there's something in this primer and moisturizer that makes your foundation look really skin-like, at the same time looks flawless. Like, it gives you like a filter effect, but I don't know what's in the formulation of this, but we'll see. Now I didn't do a review on this before, so this time I'm going to do a review to show you how this primer works on me. And then, since this isn't, and for this foundation, since this isn't going to be a first impression, I'm just gonna share to you how this foundation does to my skin. So let's get started. Okay, now let's start applying the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich Face Base. And I have to let you know that this really makes any of your foundation you use look so flawless, like wow. Now this is how the primer looks like. It's not your typical primer. It doesn't have a creamy texture. It feels like there's this gel or a mix of gel and dough type of texture, if you know what I mean. So, and it also has a nice scent. It has a nice scent of it has grapefruit scent. So let's apply the primer. Just pick up from this cap. Now we're gonna scoop from here. When I saw a video how a lot of their Bobbi Brown makeup artists, before they apply this, they just like to rub it in their skin with their palm. But for me, I just like to rub it directly into my face. That's just my personal preference. Okay, this is the primer on one side of my face, and this is the side without the primer. And this side, it's more moisturizing than this side. I already done with my skincare, but this side has a much more glowier look than this side. As you can see here, I don't know if you can tell on camera. This side is a bit glowier, but not really oily glow. Just a nice hydrated look. So, and this side I didn't put the primer. So why not? I'll just do a comparison. I apply the primer with the foundation, and this side just skincare with the foundation, and here this side without the primer. So I'm gonna apply the foundation. I'll just apply the foundation on this. I'll start applying the foundation on this side without the primer. Now let's shake the foundation. Now, I saw a makeup artist from Bobbi Brown who posted a video on TikTok, and she said that I forgot her name, but some of the name Zach something. She said that she is a wizard of making a makeup look that can make your foundation look like skin. So she made a technique she posted a video of a technique that can make foundation that are skin-like, to give you a very natural skin-like effect on using the Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation. So this is the technique that she did. First is she said that to apply one pump on the palm on this side. So I'm gonna apply one pump. Okay, that's one pump, and she said to spread it like here. She said to spread the foundation here. Just probably because it is the best way to apply a thin layer. I guess that's what she meant. And then she said to take out a buffing brush like this, and then pat just one pat, and take appropriate amount from the top of the brush here at the bristles. There you go. And then apply it like this. I forgot to tell you that this foundation has a medium coverage. It can be buildable to full. She even said on her video that not to put foundation on your forehead, because you can just use bronzers as your foundation. No, I'm not gonna do that. Still, I'm gonna put foundation on my forehead. Okay, this is the side with the foundation, and this is the side without the foundation. As you can see, it does give you a skin-like effect, but you can still see my blemishes peeking through, but I can always cover it up. I can just use concealer, or I could use the foundation to build up the coverage. Now let's try to apply the foundation on this side. Still the same technique. Now this is how the foundation looks with the primer. Now let's do a comparison. This side with the primer, it looks really flawless. As you can see, take a look. With the primer, it looks really flawless. It really makes any foundation look like skin. It looks more flawless and skin-like. Now both sides, with primer and without primer, the foundation gives you a skin-like effect. But in this side with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich face base, it looks flawless. Look at that. Compared to this side, like I said, both sides gives you a skin-like effect, but on this side with the primer, it looks flawless. Now I'm gonna build up the coverage on the side that I want to cover, like my dark circles and my blemishes. So I'm gonna take a small concealer brush and take out some of the... I still have some product left here in my palm. Now that it's set, I'm gonna make sure I blend everything with a sponge. So I'm gonna use a cushion puff to blend everything. Okay, now that the foundation is set, so I'm gonna do a wear test on this foundation to show you how this foundation performs. I'm not gonna set this with powder. This side already has primer, and I'll show you, and this side without. So I'm not gonna set this with powder, and I'm gonna do a wear test to see how good of this oil control that it claims to be. And so far, it still gives you that hydrated finish. It feels hydrating on the face with this foundation. So I'm gonna go and give you an update on this wear test. Okay guys, it's been 5 hours since I applied this foundation, and as you can see, my face is oily, but not too oily. And because of that, I have to blot my face with blotting paper. I wouldn't say that the oil control is bad, as this foundation is supposed to claim to have oil control. So let's just say that its oil control isn't really that good. Just how do I say this? Just some kind of, what do you call it? It looks like average, around below average. Its oil control is just below average. So I'm just gonna blot my face with blotting paper and remove the oils to see how the foundation looks. Okay guys, this is how the foundation looks like after I remove the oil. Should I keep my glasses on, or I'll just remove my glasses? Anyway, so this is how the foundation looks like after I just removed the oil on my face with blotting paper. I actually used there's three blotting papers, so it just shows how oily my face was. So I guess it just shows that the foundation kind of failed in oil control. But even after I removed the oil, look at it, it still looks really nice on the face. I mean, despite that it didn't have good oil control, but look at it, it still looks nice. It still looks like skin. Yeah, it still looks flawless. And this side with the primer, yes, you can see definitely it still looks flawless compared here. But after I remove the oils on my face, I don't know if there's anything that fades. Uh-oh, I think I found something. there's a little bit patchy here. I don't know if I must have, I didn't, is it, I don't know if it's because I usually, normally foundations always look patchy here in my chin area. But the rest is not that. Maybe I must have or didn't blend the vitamin enriched face base here in my chin, probably. But so far, the foundation still looks good. This is how the foundation performs without powder. So I'll give you an update later. Okay, here's my last update on reviewing the Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation together with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Now, for my first day of reviewing this foundation, this is how the result looks like after wearing this foundation for about 11 hours. I've been wearing this foundation for almost 11 hours. So here's the result. This side is with the vitamin enriched face base, while this side is without the vitamin enriched face base. And I could say that for this side with the vitamin enriched face base, it still looks flawless. Yes, the foundation looks flawless. Even until after many hours of wear, the primer really helps keep the foundation look flawless. While in this side, it still looks good, but compared this side, this looks way better and more flawless than this side. But the foundation still gives you that skin-like effect. As you can see, both sides, without primer and with primer, it still gives a skin-like effect. Now, for the performance of the Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation, I noticed that after the first few hours of wearing this foundation, it feels moisturizing. I would say that it really does come with a lot of skincare ingredients in here. And here's what I noticed about this foundation, about the bottle. I don't know if you can see it, but look. You notice that it's like water. It's very watery, but it's not like your usual foundation. Like whenever you shake it, it really covers the whole area. But this, I don't know if you can see it. Take a look. See that? See this side? See this side? You can see there's the air inside. I was like, what? It's like water. Like the more I use it, when it goes down, I get to see how many amounts left if it's like that. So this is very unique. Of all the foundations I have, this is a very unique one. You get to see this. You get to see the air inside once you flip it, and you can see how many contents left. It's really weird. Anyway, for the foundation, I would say that as you can see, my face is now looking oily. I only blot once, and right now it's been like, the last time I blot was around what time? It was 1 o'clock. More than 7 hours already. I blot my face with blotting paper for more than 7 hours already. And this is how it looks. It looks oily now because I've been wearing this foundation without powder. So yeah, it gets oily if you don't set this with powder. And I don't know if there's some fading. There's some separation here in my chin area. I don't know if you can see it. There's some slight separation, and there's minimal fading. Mostly the foundation fades after I blot, because when I blot with blotting paper, there's little transfer on the blotting paper. So keep that in mind. This foundation kind of transfers a little, especially when it mixes with my oils. I'm pretty sure it doesn't really transfer if it was freshly applied, or if you mattify the foundation using a powder, it probably have less transfer. Because my oils were mixed with the foundation, there's transfer when I blot with blotting paper. So keep that in mind. I think it would be best that you should set this with powder. So that's my review for the first day of reviewing this foundation. And tomorrow I'm gonna wear this foundation again, and this time I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base the whole the whole face, and then apply the foundation. Then I'm going to conceal my imperfections with Bobbi Brown concealer. Until now, I still have my Bobbi Brown concealer. As you can see, it's already, I don't know if you can see it, but see, it's already used up a lot. And there's still some remaining left, so I'm gonna keep using this. I'm gonna use this to cover my blemishes and dark circles. And then I'm going to set it with powder, just so you can see the performance with powder. So that ends my first day of reviewing this foundation, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello guys. Okay, so today is the second day of me reviewing this new Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation together with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich Face Base. So for the second day of reviewing this foundation, I'm gonna apply a whole face with the Bobbi Brown Face Base, the foundation, and then with concealer, and then set it with powder. So let's get started. Okay, now that I'm done applying the Vitamin Enrich Face Base, I'm going to do a review of this new makeup tools that I just received yesterday. So before I apply the foundation, I'm going to review this new, this has gone viral on TikTok. This is called Lishu powder puff, and it also has a, this is their viral brush. You know, the brush with the flat tip brush and a puff. This has gone viral, so they say that this kind of brush actually gives a thin layer, like it gives a thin layer of foundation which is as good as a makeup spatula. So here are the products here. This is the brush that comes with it, and this is the puff. They say that the puff is actually doesn't absorb much product as what it was claimed. So this brush here is as good. You see the bristles? It's really flat. Yeah, it's as close to, it's as flat as a makeup spatula. But we shall see how this performs. Let's see how this performs if it is as good as a makeup spatula. So I'll start applying foundation with this brush. Sorry if you have to hear this sound of my electric fan. It's really hot and I'm sweating and I can't help it. So don't mind the sound of this electric fan. So I'm gonna apply the foundation with the new brush that I have. Let's shake well. It's so hot. It's humid. I wish here in the Philippines there was snow so that we don't have to suffer heat. Even in December, it's still hot. Let's apply the foundation with this brush. Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. It does apply thin layer. Next is I'm gonna blend it with this puff. They say that let's see if it's true to its claim that it doesn't absorb products. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, it blends well. It blends well. Oh, amazing. See that? I don't see any product. Maybe it's true that it doesn't really absorb products. Now let's see if I can finish. See if I can apply more. see if I can apply my nose. I'm having a hard time with my nose here. With this puff, it's so huge that it's not thick. It's a bit thick, but it's like airy. It's like there's too much air inside the puff. It's hard for me to blend the bridge of my nose. Okay, this is the side with one side of my face with the foundation using this brush. I can see that it really applies thinly, but compare it with a spatula, I think they're kinda the same. And because this is one layer, one thin layer, you can actually see my blemishes peeking through because this is a medium coverage. But of course, you can still build up the coverage. But for this review, I'm gonna use concealer today. So let me apply the foundation on the other side of my face. Nice, blends, it spreads well. Okay, now I'm done applying the foundation. It still looks like skin, and I'm very surprised that, look at it. I mean, you can tell that there's actually some product, but I don't think it absorbs that much, because usually it's not that, you see, at first it was all pitch black, but when you can tell that a lot of foundation has been used. It's a bit white, but this one, it doesn't look that, in real life, it doesn't look like it absorbed much product. So maybe it's true to its claim that it doesn't really pick up too much product. So I'm gonna use this to see if I can blend with concealer. I'm gonna use my Bobbi Brown Instant Full Cover Concealer, also in the shade Natural, same as the color of my foundation. Okay, now I'm gonna blend the concealer with this. Okay, it seems to blend well. See if I can. This is gonna be a disaster. I don't know about this, but I'll just apply powder off camera. I don't know about this. I'm sweating. I don't know how my foundation is ruined thanks to the sweat. It's just freshly applied, and now because of the sweat, now I don't know what to do. This review is a disaster. It's already 11:30, and at a time like this, it's so hot. Anyway, I'm just gonna go and test this foundation together with the concealer and primer. I'll just apply powder off camera. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, last and final update of me reviewing this Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation together with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich Face Base. Now, for this second day, I reviewed the Vitamin Enrich Face Base for the whole face together with the foundation. And for this second day of reviewing this foundation, I set it with powder and I applied concealer. Now, as you can see here, if I look at myself in the mirror, it seems that compare yesterday, both of these both with primer and without primer, and the performance of the foundation without powder and today with powder, it seems that if you set this with powder, the foundation looks better than yesterday without powder. And here's the downside. Here's my complaint about the Bobbi Brown concealer. It's starting to look crease. I don't know if you can see it. Yes, you see that? I'm sure you can see it. It's already creasing. That's my review of this concealer. This isn't really a good concealer. And I don't really reach out for this Bobbi Brown concealer because it's prone to creasing. But when it comes to covering my blemishes and dark spot, it seems to cover well. As you can see, it's still my dark spots and blemishes are still covered. Using the concealer for the under eye, there's creasing, but covering blemishes and dark spot, it performed good. And as I said yesterday, here in my chin area, there was some patchy and fading, but today, I don't think there's any patchy or fading in my chin area. I'm surprised. Yesterday, it was patchy and fading, but for today, maybe it's because I set this with powder and the whole area. I blend the vitamin enriched face base. I guess making sure that you prep with the vitamin rich face base well and then set the foundation with powder really helps improve the longevity of this foundation. So like I said, this isn't really my first impression review because I've already tried this because of trying different samples of shades. And here's my thoughts about the Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation. I love this foundation. Yes, it's really one of the best foundation that I have ever tried. So I'm glad that I paid a lot of money for this because I know this is very expensive, but it was such a good steal that I get to order this foundation together with this vitamin enriched face base as a set, and I only paid like around almost 3,700 pesos. That is like, if you divide it, it's like it's like half the price of the original mall price, because if you buy this and at the mall it's around 3,400, and then this vitamin rich face base, I don't know, as I remember it was like more than 4,000 pesos, probably almost 5,000. But these two as a set, I paid only 3,000, almost 3,700 pesos, which is a good deal. Wow, it's such a good deal that because of the that's Lazada's 12/12 sale. So that's why if you wanted to get this, you just have to wait for when will Lazada will have another of their promo sale. So just always check Lazada. Just keep checking Lazada and check their official Bobbi Brown mall, and they will always have so many promos with their products and sales. So these two are great. These two products are a great match. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base will give you a flawless foundation. Will really gives you a flawless. Oh, sorry. This vitamin enriched face base will make any foundation look so flawless. It gives you a skin-like effect. It's really flawless. So this is definitely worth it. And then together with this foundation, the Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation, it really does give you a skin-like effect. So instead of trying to improve your makeup, with this foundation, it helps improve the look of your skin and not your makeup. So this foundation really helps improve the look of your skin and not improve the look of your makeup. So this is definitely a must-have. So you should definitely try this. So that ends my review for Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation and the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. So if you do, I hope this helps you convince to try Bobbi Brown products. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below if there's any products that you want me to review. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!